Introduction. Here on earth we move as tillers of a new era, rich in love. Rooted in the magical and the miraculous, we are simultaneously growing back toward the ground of being and reaching for the light within, and the light that is the source of that light. We are planted in this world not by accident. We are here by choice, each and every last one of us. We were chosen, and we chose. We come carrying seeds of essence, particular expressions of the infinite divine meant to be scattered in the fertile atmosphere of this place and time. These seeds of promise within each one of us hold the potential for a new world not constricted by the belt of reason, circumstance, or traditional belief, but rather expanded wholly by the gift of who we are. These seeds are meant to be shared that they might take root and make a more beautiful world. As we ourselves are designed to be shared with one another, connected to one another, and lifted in thanksgiving for this opportunity to return to the wholeness of who we once were and who we are becoming even now. Whether we successfully complete our intended journey will be determined by the choices we make on a daily basis, moment by moment. The roads we choose to follow every day lead us either in the direction of fulfilling the call to which we once said yes, or they take us further away. Are we traveling in a way that leads us home? We come to this world as little babies, eyes closed, curled up, tiny toes wiggling as we become accustomed to the feeling of our bodies. Innocent and pure, each one of us carries something vital and precious. Some of us know this from the beginning. Others have forgotten. How we use the gifts that we are given, the gift of who we are, is up to us. We have been given free will, and the choice of whether we use all of who we are and how we do so is ours alone. It is up to each one of us. Whether we acknowledge it, whether we choose to nurture it, whether we keep it to ourselves or choose to throw open the whole of our lives and loose them to the wind, these decisions will determine our common course. This world affords us many opportunities to cover up the truth, to smother the seed and squander its gift. At every turn, we may be tempted to hide from the light we bear. It's easy to get lost. It's easy to convince ourselves we have nothing of value to share. The question of who am I rattles around in our mind. It's tempting to set aside what we know we are here to do for a later time, for some day, when we know more, when we have achieved some measure of success, when we feel ready or brave or healed. Now is the only time. Now, in our time, we must become like gardeners, nurturing and nourishing the treasure we carry in these jars of clay, tending daily to our soul's essence and allowing it to grow into its fullness. It is our responsibility and ours alone to choose to honor the unique sacred gift within us and to breathe life into the tender mercies bestowed upon us. We must become a community of gardeners, following in the way of those among us who have learned already to live in this way. We must intentionally clear out the weeds within and prune overgrown branches. It is up to each one of us to ensure that the sacred seed within receives the space, sustenance, and sunlight it needs to grow, that it is protected from the storm so that it can take root. We must tend to the seeds of grace with patience for life's unfolding process and water them with our love. Only then will those most precious gifts be seen and received by those who will recognize within us the message they most need to receive. Only then can we water the world. This is the moment of the great turning. If we return to the care of our soul's essence and the unique expression of who we are, we may yet find redemption and grace unimagined. If we lose our footing, we may fall back into forgetfulness, and for a time, that sacred seed planted within will be lost to the world, waiting for its grace. The stakes are high. The time is ripe. We are the creators of a new society, an internal agrarian society that will lead to a civilization far more humane than that which we have created to date, as we have focused on building external systems, organization, and structures. Start with everything you already have. Tend to it. Care for that which has been entrusted to you. Bring it into harmony with all that is. Riff on its singular magnificence and allow the music you are to awaken the world, our world, and all those who have come bearing their own song to amazing possibility. We are only at the beginning, after all. Are you ready? Let's go.